Hello dear students, welcome back. This is your lecture number 3 of fluid mechanics, and today we are discussing properties of fluids. In last lecture we saw viscosity, no slip boundary condition, kinematic viscosity, dynamic viscosity and its dependence on pressure and temperature. In this lecture we will see classification of fluids, then your surface tension, capillarity action and vapor pressure. Okay, so let's begin. Fluid can be classified according to its variation of viscosity. Depending on viscosity, we can classify fluid. Fluid को viscosity के हिसाब से हम classify कर सकते हैं. So let's understand fluid classifications from this shear stress versus velocity gradient curve. First, we will discuss ideal fluid. What is ideal fluid? A fluid which is incompressible and inviscid, it can be considered as ideal fluid. That means जो incompressible fluid में viscosity value 0 होगा, that fluid can be called as ideal fluid. So incompressible fluid, write along with me, incompressible fluid which has 0 viscosity. So incompressible fluid with 0 viscosity is your ideal fluid. That 0 viscosity means mu equal to 0, and according to Newton's law, shear stress depends on, tau depends on viscosity and velocity gradient. If mu equal to 0, then shear stress also equal to be 0. So in this curve, which line denotes shear stress equal to 0? Shear stress equal to 0 is this one. So ये लाइन जो है वहां पे shear stress 0 है, टाउ एक वैल्यू 0 है ना यहाँ पे. So this is your ideal fluid line. Okay. Next fluid we are discussing is your Newtonian fluid. The fluid which obeys Newton's law of viscosity. Newton's law of viscosity equal tau equal to mu du by dy. This is Newton's law of viscosity. And if a fluid obeys this relation, means for Newtonian fluid, mu is a positive quantity and du by dy is also a positive quantity. It's not equal to 0, it is okay. If mu is positive, du by dy will be positive and will have a shear stress value. ठीक है. What is mu? As from Newton's law of viscosity, mu will be equal to tau divided by du by dy. If we draw shear stress versus du by dy diagram, then slope, this is what coefficient of viscosity is ratio of tau and du by dy. Suppose tau value has increased to 2 times, double, and du by dy if increased to same value, double or 2 times of initial value, then the ratio of tau and du by dy will remain constant. In that condition, mu value will not change. Okay. And in Newtonian fluid, mu value, coefficient of viscosity value do not change with shear stress. हम जितना भी shear force अप्लाई करेंगे, shear stress को increase करेंगे, तो mu का value increase नहीं करेगा. Because if shear stress is increasing, similarly du by dy value is increasing with same rate. Okay, that's why mu value will not change. Mu do not vary with shear. You can write with shear stress or shear force. Okay, this is your characteristic of Newtonian fluid. So mu value will not change. The ratio of tau and du by dy is constant. That means you will have a linear profile. Slope of this curve, this is tau versus du by dy diagram. That means slope is tau divided by du by dy, that is equal to mu. Slope is constant. Slope, this is representing mu value. So mu is constant. Mu do not vary with shear force in case of Newtonian fluid. Okay. Next is your non-Newtonian fluid. The fluid which do not obey Newton's law of viscosity is non-Newtonian fluid. Okay. So which law it obeys? This is your power law. Okay. Tau equal to tau y plus m du by dy to the power n. You got some new parameters, new values. What is tau y? Tau y is your initial yield stress. This is your yield stress. This is your yield stress. M is your flow consistency index. Write with me, consistency index, and N is your flow behavior index. Okay. Here, this yield stress value, tau y value, will be greater than equal to 0. It can be 0 value or it can be a positive quantity. Okay. So we will see here. Can I write this as tau y plus m du by dy to the power n minus 1 multiplied with du by dy? तो n को हमने क्या किया, n minus 1 plus 1 कर दिया. n minus 1 ये वाला टर्म है, ये 1 वाला टर्म है. So can I write this tau y, इसको हम लिख लेते हैं, this is your apparent viscosity. This term is called as apparent viscosity. Okay. Non-Newtonian fluid obeys power law, and power law is this, and it can be written as tau y plus mu apparent du by dy. In case where tau y equal to 0, I can write power law as tau equal to mu apparent du by dy. Okay. When tau y value 0 बन जाएगा तो हम लिख सकते हैं it is almost similar to Newton's law of viscosity. To give it a look like Newton's law of viscosity, we have represented this term. Okay. So हम न्यूटनियन नॉन न्यूटनियन फ्लूइड को टाउ वर्सेस du by dy डायग्राम में कैसे शो करेंगे? तो यहाँ पे we can have टाउ y वैल्यू, अगर एक इनिशियल हमें शियर स्ट्रेस प्रोवाइड करना पड़ेगा, इनिशियल एक शियर फोर्स देंगे फिर शियर स्ट्रेस जनरेट होगा, उसके बाद अगर डिफॉर्मेशन स्टार्ट होगा, मतलब हम शियर फोर्स प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं बट फ्लूइड इज नॉट मूविंग, हमें थोड़ा पॉजिटिव अमाउंट, थोड़ा कुछ अमाउंट ऑफ शियर फोर्स प्रोवाइड करना पड़ेगा, आफ्टर देन फ्लूइड विल स्टार्ट टू डिफॉर्म. अगर इस कंडीशन है तो इसको भी हम नॉन न्यूटनियन बोलेंगे. in that case tau y value will have some positive quantity. Suppose assume this case, in this case we have this is your tau y value. इसमें क्या कर रहे हैं, हमने कुछ अमाउंट ऑफ पॉजिटिव फोर्स लगाया जिसकी वजह से tau y शियर स्ट्रेस जनरेट हुआ, एंड आफ्टर देन फ्लूइड इज मूविंग. ओके, so we have tau y greater than equal to 0, but when fluid starts to move, it is moving linearly. Like Newtonian fluid, it is moving linearly. But initially we gave tau y some amount of tau y, so this kind of fluid will also fall into category of non-Newtonian fluid. ये Newton's law of viscosity follow नहीं कर रहा है. We gave some amount of tau y, ठीक है. और किस टाइप का फ्लूइड को हम नॉन न्यूटनियन बोलेंगे? अगर विस्कोसिटी चेंज होगा, विस्कोसिटी चेंज होगा में प्रोफाइल लीनियर नहीं होगा. सपोज दिस वन, दिस इज ए कर्व, ये एक टाइप ऑफ नॉन न्यूटनियन फ्लूइड है. सपोज दिस वन, दिस इज ऑल्सो ए टाइप ऑफ नॉन न्यूटनियन फ्लूइड. और यहाँ पे भी सपोज वी आर गिविंग पॉजिटिव टाउ वाई एंड देयर इज ए चेंज इन विस्कोसिटी विथ शियर. हम तो इस केस में भी फ्लूइड नॉन न्यूटनियन होगा. यहाँ पे अगर और एक डायग्राम हम बना लेते हैं, ये भी नॉन न्यूटनियन होगा. तो ऑल दिस कर्व्स आर नॉन न्यूटनियन. इन सम केसेस tau y value is positive, in some cases tau y value is 0. Okay, so we will see in next slide in detail. Okay, so we will see non-Newtonian fluid. Here non-Newtonian fluid obeys Power's law, and Power's law is this one, tau versus du by dy diagram. So in non-Newtonian fluid can be time dependent or can be time independent. Time independent means with time viscosity will not change. So with time mu will not change, will not vary. mu is not depending on time. In time independent category of non-Newtonian fluid, we have three types of fluid. First is pseudoplastic. What is pseudoplastic fluid? This looks in tau versus du by dy diagram. This is your pseudoplastic. So here, this is the curve, it is going downwards, so the n value is less than 1 here. Okay, and the example of pseudoplastic fluids are milk, blood, ketchup. For pseudoplastic fluid, you can see the tau y value, we are not giving any initial yield stress, so tau y equal to 0. Next fluid is your dilatant. This curve is your dilatant fluid. The mu value is increasing with shear stress, n value is greater than 1. For a tau versus du by dy diagram, viscosity represented by the slope of the curve, and you can see there is a increasing slope. So viscosity is increasing with shear stress. If shear stress is generating more shear stress means more amount of viscosity, and this is represented by n greater than 1, and this type of fluid we call as dilatant fluid. Example, honey, sugar solution. So in this case also initial yield we do not require, so initial shear stress equal to 0. मतलब थोड़ा सा भी shear force अप्लाई करेंगे तो डिफॉर्मेशन स्टार्ट हो रहा है, बट यहाँ पे विस्कोसिटी धीरे धीरे बढ़ गया, तो shear force हम जितना बढ़ाया उसके हिसाब से विस्कोसिटी भी बढ़ा. और स्यूडोप्लास्टिक केस में हम जितना shear force अप्लाई कर रहे हैं विस्कोसिटी कम हो रहा है. We call this kind of fluid also shear thinning. जहाँ पे विस्कोसिटी कम होगा with application of shear, this is your shear thinning. यहाँ पे विस्कोसिटी बढ़ा, this is your shear thickening. Okay, and next category of time independent non-Newtonian fluid is your Bingham plastic fluid. Bingham plastic. Okay, तो यहाँ पे we need some amount of positive yield stress. Tau y का वैल्यू हमें कुछ चाहिए. We will give some amount of initial shear force and there will be initial yield stress. उसके बाद फ्लूइड डिफॉर्म करेगा. हम कुछ अमाउंट ऑफ shear force प्रोवाइड करेंगे, थोड़ा फ्लूइड को कुछ रोटेट करा देंगे एक चम्मच से या और किसी भी वे से हम उसको shear force देना है. ओके, so in Bingham plastic category we'll have drilling mud as example. Then toothpaste is also an example of Bingham plastic. After giving initial stress, viscosity is constant. Viscosity is not changing. Okay, next category of fluid is your time dependent non-Newtonian fluid. Time dependent means this type of fluid will vary. So viscosity mu will vary with both shear stress and time. टाइम के साथ भी वेरिएशन होगा और shear stress के साथ वेरिएशन हो रहा है. That's why we are calling this fluid as non-Newtonian fluid. Okay, in this category of fluid we'll have thixotropic. Thixotropic fluid looks like this. ठीक है, it is similar to this pseudoplastic fluid, but यहाँ पे हमें थोड़ा amount of shear force प्रोवाइड करना पड़ेगा. shear force प्रोवाइड करेंगे तो फ्लूइड की विस्कोसिटी पर धीरे धीरे with time and with shear stress ये क्या हो रहा है, डिक्रीज कर रहा है. So this is n less than 1, but we are giving some amount of shear force, initial shear force. This is also a shear thinning fluid, but it is varying with time. Thixotropic fluid category is sewage sludge and all chemical paints. ठीक है, तो हमें यहाँ पे थोड़ा अमाउंट ऑफ shear force प्रोवाइड करना पड़ेगा. उसके बाद ये फ्लो करना स्टार्ट करते हैं, नहीं तो फ्लो भी नहीं करते हैं। ओके, देन नेक्स्ट इज योर रियोपेक्टिक। रियोपेक्टिक क्या होगा? इट इज सिमिलर टू योर डाइलेटेंट। यहाँ पे भी क्या होगा, विस्कोसिटी का वैल्यू इंक्रीज करेगा विथ टाइम एंड विथ शियर फोर्स। ठीक है, बट वी नीड टू गिव सम अमाउंट ऑफ इनिशियल शियर फोर्स। so this is your, so here we have tau y is greater than 0, here also we have tau y greater than 0. Then the example of rheopectic fluids are, can write printer's ink as a rheopectic fluid। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे भी this is your rheopectic, would I write this rheopectic and rheopectic n greater than 1, and this is your thixotropic and this is your Bingham plastic, right all, and this is your pseudoplastic. Viscosity is decreasing with shear stress means shear thinning. Viscosity is increasing, this is your dilatant. Okay, viscosity increasing means your shear thickening, and viscosity is represented by the slope of tau versus du by dy diagram. Okay, one more fluid you have, ideal solid. Ideal solid means there is no deformation। ठीक है, डिफॉर्मेशन ही नहीं हो रहा है, तो एकदम कोई भी मूवमेंट नहीं हो रहा है। सो दिस कर्व इज योर, you can write ideal solid. This line is your ideal solid line। Okay, in this slide we will see one more property of fluid, that is bulk modulus of elasticity. And bulk modulus of elasticity measures the elasticity of fluid. You can write here, it measures elasticity of fluid। Elasticity means if a body is under the application of force, and when we are removing that force, if that body is trying to regain its shape and it's regaining its original position, that means body is elastic। So similar to solid, तो fluid को भी हम क्या elastic बोल सकते हैं? We will quantify this bulk modulus of elasticity as K equal to dP divided by minus dV by V। dP means change in pressure and denominator minus dV by V means वॉल्यूमेट्रिक स्ट्रेन। तो यूनिट क्या होगा ऑफ दिस क्वांटिटी? dP मींस न्यूटन पर मीटर स्क्वायर एंड dV by V हैज नो यूनिट, so bulk modulus of elasticity is न्यूटन पर मीटर स्क्वायर। तो this term signifies the change in pressure required per unit volumetric strain। तो हमें प्रेशर कितना चेंज करना पड़ेगा हमें वॉल्यूमेट्रिक स्ट्रेन लाने के लिए। ओके, तो इलास्टिक मतलब हमें प्रेशर अगर चेंज होगा और वॉल्यूमेट्रिक स्ट्रेन अगर कम होता है, जो चेंज इन वॉल्यूम अगर कम होगा, प्रेशर हम अप्लाई कर रहे हैं और वॉल्यूमेट्रिक स्ट्रेन चेंज कम हो रहा है, तो फिर हम बोलेंगे कि बल्क मॉडुलस ऑफ इलास्टिसिटी इज वेरी हाई, है ना। तो बल्क मॉडुलस ऑफ इलास्टिसिटी इज वेरी हाई मींस फ्लूइड इज इलास्टिक। ओके, इलास्टिसिटी का ऑपोजिट फ्लूइड के केस में क्या होगा? कंप्रेसिबिलिटी। अगर हम प्रेशर अप्लाई कर रहे हैं और वॉल्यूम चेंज ज्यादा हो रहा है, दैट मीन्स इट्स कंप्रेसिबल और इसका इलास्टिसिटी कम है। तो बीटा इज डिनोटेड बाय रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ इलास्टिसिटी। कंप्रेसिबिलिटी बीटा इज रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ इलास्टिसिटी। अगर कोई फ्लूइड इलास्टिक है तो वो लेस कंप्रेसिबल है। ओके, bulk modulus of elasticity of water, this is equal to 2.06 into 10 to the power 9 Pascal, and bulk modulus of elasticity of air at room temperature equal to 1.03 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal। Okay, if we will take the ratio, then kW by K of air is how much? 2.06 into 10 to the power 9 divided by 1.03 into 10 to the power 5, that will be equal to 20,000। Water elasticity is 20,000 times of air। Can I write this? Whose bulk modulus of elasticity is higher? तो वाटर का K का वैल्यू बल्क मॉडुलस ऑफ इलास्टिसिटी का वैल्यू ज्यादा है एयर से। तो वाटर का K ज्यादा है मीन्स कंप्रेसिबिलिटी बीटा विल बी less 1 by 20,000 of air, this is beta, or you can write beta of air is 20,000 of beta of water. ठीक है, so you can put this in a box. So which fluid is more compressible? जिसका compressibility ज़्यादा है वो बढ़ेगा. Beta of air, you can see 20,000 of water, so air is more compressible than water. तो यहाँ पे हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? Can I write, अगर हम मास इक्वल टू रो भी, डेंसिटी इक्वल टू मास बाय वॉल्यूम, तो मास इक्वल टू रो भी. अगर इसका लॉगरिथम ले लेंगे ऑन बोथ साइड, देन इट विल बी इक्वल टू लॉन रो भी, एंड इफ यू सिंप्लीफाई दिस एज लॉन रो ln v, so take logarithmic differentiation on both sides. So this is constant, so constant differentiation will be equal to 0. This is ln rho means dv by v, ln rho means d rho by rho plus dv by v I can write. That means dv by v, this is minus dv by v, if I write, it will be equal to d rho by rho. Put this in a box, minus dv by v is equal to d rho by rho. So in place of minus dv by v, can I write d rho by rho? So k equal to, I can write k equal to dp by d rho by rho. That means rho dp by d rho. Okay, so k equal to this much. I can write this as in a box. Fine. So what will be the beta value? Beta value will be reciprocal of this, so d rho by rho dp. Again, this, put this in a box. Okay. So which fluid is incompressible? Can I define here according to bulk modulus of elasticity and compressibility? Incompressible, जिसका डेंसिटी चेंज नहीं होगा विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू प्रेशर. इनकम्प्रेसिबल मीन्स, ओके, प्रेशर चेंज करेंगे बट डेंसिटी में कोई भी चेंज नहीं होगा, डेंसिटी विल बी वेरी लेस. ओके, दैट मीन्स बीटा कंप्रेसिबिलिटी जीरो, कंप्रेशन नहीं कर सकते. बीटा इक्वल टू जीरो मीन्स के विल बी इक्वल टू इन्फानाइट. इन्फानाइट मीन्स इज वेरी लार्ज. इन्फानाइट का मतलब वेरी लार्ज. कितना लार्ज? वी हैव अज्यूम्ड इफ डी रो बाय रो change in density is less than 5%, then fluid is incompressible. Put this in a box. For incompressible fluid, beta equal to 0 or k equal to infinite, and change in density will be less than 5%, means we can assume this fluid as incompressible. Now let's understand compressibility of gas. गैस को कंप्रेशन करेंगे तो गैस को कंप्रेशन करेंगे तो वॉल्यूमेट्रिक चेंज हमेशा ज्यादा होता है. इफ विथ इंक्रीज इन प्रेशर देयर इज अ लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ वॉल्यूमेट्रिक स्ट्रेन, देन फ्लूइड इज कंप्रेसिबल. तो कंप्रेसिबल मींस कंप्रेशन प्रोसेस है. कंप्रेशन प्रोसेस में और गैस कंप्रेशन कैन बी आइसोथर्मल और एडियाबैटिक. फॉर आइसोथर्मल कंप्रेशन, लेट्स सी what is bulk modulus of elasticity and compressibility. Isothermal के केस में हम देखते हैं, for isothermal what is the relation between pressure and volume? Pressure and volume, P V equal to constant. So if you take differentiation on both sides, derivative of PV equal to derivative of constant, that means 0. So can I write this PdV plus VdP equal to 0? And from this equation we can write PdV equal to minus VdP, और here dP, यहाँ पे dP डिवाइडेड बाय dV को हम इस साइड ले आते हैं और ऊपर था माइनस V, तो कैन आई राइट dP माइनस dV बाई V इज इक्वल टू P. dV को इस साइड ले लिया, दिस इज माइनस VdP बाई dV. माइनस VdP बाई dV कैन बी रिटन एज dP बाय माइनस dV बाई V. So dP divided by minus dV by V is equal to P. What is dP divided by minus dV by V? This is equal to K. So I can write isothermal bulk modulus of elasticity is equal to pressure, or you can write beta equal to 1 by P. Put this in a box. Let's put this in a box. This is for isothermal process. Similarly, for adiabatic process, you know what is reversible adiabatic process? Reversible adiabatic means isentropic. So adiabatic के लिए क्या होगा, क्या फॉर्मूला है फॉर adiabatic? P v to the power gamma equal to constant है ना, P v to the power equal gamma equal to constant. Take derivative on both sides. So can I write derivative of P v to the power gamma equal to, this is equal to 0, or can I write this as P gamma v to the power gamma minus 1 dV plus v to the power gamma dP equal to 0. So can I write this gamma P v to the power gamma minus 1 dV equal to minus v to the power gamma dP. Again check, v to the power gamma can be written as v to the power gamma minus 1 into v. So v to the power gamma minus 1, v to the power gamma minus 1 will get cancel. यहाँ से v to the power gamma minus 1 कैंसिल करेंगे तो क्या टर्म रहेगा, v एक टर्म रह जाएगा. ओके, so can I write this as gamma p इक्वल टू dv को उधर ले लेते हैं, और यहाँ पे क्या बचा था, v to the power gamma minus 1 कटा तो v. So I can write dp divided by v आ गया यहाँ पे, माइनस p ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे था, तो दिस इज dv by v, और नेगेटिव साइन इस साइड पे है. ओके, तो dp माइनस dv by v क्या है आपका, दैट इज इक्वल टू bulk modulus of elasticity. Okay, so can I write K equal to gamma p for adiabatic process or reversible adiabatic process or isentropic process, and beta equal to 1 by gamma p. Put this in a box. Yes. So K equal to gamma p or beta equal to 1 by p. Now look at some questions. Which one of the following is represented by bulk modulus of a fluid? bulk modulus of fluid क्या होता है, K equal to dP divided by minus dV by V, change in pressure divided by volumetric strain. यहाँ पे V वाले टर्म नहीं है, रो वाले टर्म है, तो कन्वर्ट दिस इनटू रो वाले टर्म. माइनस dV by V को क्या लिख सकते हैं, हमने देखा था d रो बाय रो, दैट विल बी इक्वल टू रो dP बाय रो. तो कौन सा ऑप्शन बना, ऑप्शन डी. देखो, while finding a correct option, do not look at option at first. Please try to figure out the answer, then you choose one of the option. If you look at option at first, you may get confused. That's the problem. So पहले solution लेके आओ, फिर option check करो. Okay. The increase in pressure required to decrease unit volume of mercury fluid by 0.1%. Okay. Decrease unit volume of mercury fluid by 0.1%. So change in volume by original volume minus dV by V is equal to given 0.1%, and mercury bulk modulus of elasticity K means dP divided by minus dV by V is given, and it's asking to find increase in pressure. What is pressure then? Pressure dP equal to K into minus dV by V. K is your 28.5 megapascal, mega means 10 to the power 6, minus dV by V is 0.1 divided by 100, so that will be equal to 28.5 into 10 to the power 3 Pascal or 28.5 kilopascal. Next question, a cylinder contains 0.35 meter cube of air at 20 degrees Celsius and 250 kilonewton per meter square absolute. The air is compressed to 0.071 meter cube. The isentropic bulk modulus of elasticity is, okay, initial volume is given how much, 0.35, final volume is given 0.071, and initial temperature and initial pressure is given. Okay, right, correct. 250 into 10 to the power 3. Then what is final pressure? You have to find. This is your isentropic process, so I can write P1 V1 gamma equal to P2 V2 gamma. We have to find isentropic bulk modulus of elasticity. K. Isentropic is how much? That will be equal to gamma times of pressure. Pressure means here, इसका मतलब प्रेशर कंप्रेशन के बाद जो प्रेशर होगा, so फाइनल प्रेशर P2. Find P2 from here. P2 equal to P1 into V1 by V2 gamma. P2 का वैल्यू बताओ कितना आया? P1 का वैल्यू गिवन है 250 into 10 to the power 3 divided by V1 is 0.35, V2 is 0.071, gamma of air is 1.4. This will be equal to 23.3 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So if you put this value here, 1.4 into 23.3 into 10 to the power 5, you get final answer as 32.6 into 10 to the power 6 Pascal. 6 means gigapascal. Okay, this is your final answer. अगर आपको हमारा वीडियो पसंद आ रहा है, प्लीज़ डू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब एंड इसको मैक्सिमम से मैक्सिमम शेयर कीजिए जिससे सबको इसका फ़ायदा मिले। थैंक यू।